Hello, my friends. I am very happy you are here with me. My name is Mr. Joseph. Welcome to Read and Learn English. Today, I want to tell you a story. It is my story. It is about how I learned to speak English in 5 months. Before, I was afraid to speak English. I made many mistakes. I felt shy. I wanted to speak, but I could not. Maybe you feel the same way now. That is okay. I understand you, but something changed. I made a promise to myself. I said, I will practice English every day. And I did. I will tell you how I did it, step by step. This story is for you. If you feel scared, confused, or tired, don't worry. You are not alone. I was just like you. Stay with me until the end. You will learn how to speak English with confidence. And if you like this lesson, please subscribe to this channel for more easy English lessons. Let's begin now. I still remember the moment that changed everything in my English journey. I was sitting in my room. It was a quiet evening. I was watching videos on YouTube. I was not looking for anything special. I was just passing time. Then, something happened. I saw a video. A young man was speaking English. He was not from America. He was not from England. He looked just like me. Maybe he was from my country. Maybe he had the same problems I had. But his English was very good. He spoke with confidence. He spoke clearly. He spoke naturally. I stopped everything. I watched him carefully. My heart felt something. I felt surprise. And I also felt shame. I asked myself a question. Why can he speak English like this, and I cannot? I had studied English for many years. In school, I learned grammar. I learned vocabulary. I passed many English exams. But when I tried to speak, I was afraid. I could not find words. My mouth was closed. I was silent. But this young man was speaking freely. That night, I could not stop thinking. I was thinking again and again, what is the difference between him and me? I knew the answer deep in my heart. The difference was not about grammar. The difference was not about school. The difference was in the way we practiced English. I studied English like a school subject. I memorized rules. I learned hard words. But I never used English in real life. I was always waiting for the perfect moment. I thought, one day I will speak English when I am ready. But that day never came. That evening, I closed my books. I looked at myself in the mirror. I said these words out loud. In 5 months, I will speak English with confidence. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be strong. I just need to try. I just need to start. That moment was small, but powerful. It was the real beginning of my English journey. I wrote my promise on paper. I put it on the wall. Every morning, I looked at it. It reminded me of my goal. It gave me energy. It gave me hope. The next morning, I changed one small thing. I changed the language of my phone to English. Now, every time I looked at my phone, I saw English. It was hard at first, but I learned. I started thinking in English. I also changed my YouTube habits. I stopped watching videos in my native language. I searched for English learning videos. I watched people speak English. I listened carefully. I repeated after them. I said the same words, again and again. In the beginning, it was not easy. I did not understand everything. Sometimes I felt tired. Sometimes I felt confused. But I remembered my promise. 5 months, confidence, growth. Every day I did one simple thing in English. I watched. I listened. I spoke to myself. I looked at my room and said, "This is my bed. That is my chair." Very simple, very small, but very powerful. One day I made a small video. I recorded myself speaking English. My voice was shaking. I said only 3 sentences, but I did it. I was proud. I watched that video 5 times. I smiled. I felt something new. I felt progress. And slowly, something changed inside me. My fear was smaller. My confidence was bigger. I was not perfect. I still made mistakes. But I was moving. I was growing. I was speaking. The most important change was not in my mouth. It was in my mind. I stopped waiting for perfect English. I started using real English. I understood. English is not something you study. English is something you live. Every time I opened my mouth, I was learning. Every small sentence helped me. Every small step took me forward. Some days were hard. Some days I was tired. But I always remembered the young man from the video. He looked like me. He spoke with power. And now I was becoming like him. That video was not just a video. It was a mirror. It showed me my future. And now I was walking toward that future. Dear friends, I want to say this to you now. Maybe today is your moment. Maybe today is your video. Maybe this is your turning point. You can do what I did. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need expensive classes. You don't need to move to another country. You just need one thing, a promise to yourself. Say it with me now. I will speak English. I will try every day. I will grow. I will not stop. Write that promise. Put it on your wall. Look at it every day. And begin. Before everything changed, I tried many ways to learn English. I wanted to speak well. I wanted to feel confident. I wanted to be free when I used English. So I looked for help. I searched for many methods. I thought, maybe this book will help me. Maybe this app will make me fluent. I went to the bookstore. I bought grammar books, big books, colorful books, books with many rules and exercises. I opened the first page and started learning. I did exercises every day. I filled pages with answers. I underlined words. I read grammar rules again and again. Then, I downloaded English learning apps on my phone. There were many apps, vocabulary apps, grammar apps, quiz apps. Some were free. Some cost money. I tried them all. I got points, stars, and levels. I was happy when I finished lessons. It felt like progress. Later, I joined a language class. I went to class twice a week. The teacher was kind. There were other students like me. We listened to lessons. We took notes. We practiced dialogues. The teacher asked questions. We answered in short phrases. I worked hard. I didn't miss a class. I did my homework. I spent time every evening reviewing notes. I used flashcards. I wrote down new words. I repeated sentences. I wanted to learn. I really wanted to speak. But something was missing. After weeks and weeks, I still couldn't speak well. When I tried to say something, my mind went blank. My heart beat fast. I forgot everything. I knew many words in my head, but my mouth stayed closed. One day in class, the teacher looked at me. She smiled and said, "Can you tell us about your weekend?" It was a simple question, a normal question, but my body froze. My hands started shaking. My face felt hot. My mouth opened, but no words came out. I just said, uh. Then I looked down. The teacher moved to the next student. She didn't say anything bad, but inside, I felt so bad. I felt embarrassed. I felt small. That night, I went home. I sat alone in my room. Books were all around me. Flashcards were on the table. My phone had so many apps, but I felt empty. I felt defeated. I looked at all the things I had done. I asked myself a question. Why am I still failing? I was tired. I was sad. I wanted to cry. I had spent money. I had spent time. I had studied hard, but I still could not speak freely. Then I sat quietly. I closed my eyes. I thought deeply, and I realized something very important. I was only studying English. I was not living it. I was acting like a student, not like a speaker. In class, I listened, but I didn't speak much. In books, I saw rules, but I didn't use them in real life. In apps, I clicked answers, but I didn't talk to people. I knew the rules, but I didn't feel the language. I didn't hear it every day. I didn't use it in my life. That night, I made a big decision. I stopped learning like a student, and I started learning like a speaker. What does that mean? It means this. I stopped focusing on perfect grammar. I started focusing on real speaking. I stopped worrying about long word lists. I started listening to real conversations. I stopped waiting for the teacher to ask. I started speaking to myself every day. I changed everything. I turned my phone into English. All the apps, all the settings, all the messages. I listened to English music. I watched English videos. I looked for simple English podcasts. I spoke to myself during the day. I said, I am walking. I am eating. I am tired. I described my life in English. In the beginning, it was strange. It was slow, but I kept going. I remembered that class moment when I froze. I said, I never want to feel that again. I want to speak without fear. So I stopped being a silent learner. I became an active speaker. From that day, I made a new rule. If I learn a word, I must use it. If I hear a sentence, I must say it. If I make a mistake, it's okay. Every day, I tried to live with English. I put English in my home, in my room, in my mind, in my life. I practiced when I walked. I practiced when I cooked. I practiced when I looked in the mirror. I practiced when I was alone. I started to love the sound of English. I started to hear new things. I started to speak more and more. And slowly, I felt different. My fear became smaller. My voice became stronger. My English became real. Not perfect, but real. Friends, if you are feeling like I did, if you have grammar books, flashcards, and apps, if you still cannot speak, maybe it's time to change your plan. Don't study like a student only. Start living like a speaker. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start today. Talk to yourself. Repeat simple sentences. Describe your world. English is not just in books. It is in your daily life. That one truth changed everything for me, and it can change everything for you too. I made a new promise to myself. I said, this time, I will not give up. This time, I will learn English the right way. I took a notebook and wrote, "This is the start of my real English life." Before, I only studied. Now, I wanted to use English every day, not like a student, like a real person who lives in English. So, I made a simple plan, and I followed this plan every day. Let me tell you my plan. First, I listened to English every day for 1 hour. I watched YouTube videos. I listened to podcasts. At first, I used subtitles. Later, I turned them off. I listened to people speaking English slowly and clearly. I learned new words. I listened again and again. Next, I practiced something called shadowing. This means I repeat after the speaker. I say what they say at the same time. It helps me speak better. I used my favorite videos and copied the way they talked. Their voice became my teacher. Then, I started speaking to myself. Yes, it sounds funny, but it works. I talked to myself when I was walking, cooking, or cleaning. I said simple sentences like, "I am washing the dishes. Now I am making tea. The sky is blue today." I also started describing my world. I looked around and said what I saw. There is a red car. The boy is running. That woman is smiling. I spoke about my feelings too. I feel happy. I am tired today. I want to learn more. This helped me think in English. Every time I used English, I felt stronger. My fear got smaller. My voice got louder. I didn't need a big class. I didn't need a teacher every day. I needed only one thing: daily practice. To stay motivated, I wrote down my goals. I looked at them every morning. These were my goals. I want to get a better job. I want to talk to people from other countries. I want to help my family. I want to feel proud of myself. These goals gave me energy. When I felt tired or lazy, I read my list again. It reminded me why I started. I also made a calendar. I put it on my wall. Every day I practiced English. I marked a big red X. 1 X, then 2, then 5. After 1 week, I didn't want to break the chain. I wanted to keep going. It became a game, and I wanted to win. Sometimes I missed a day. I felt bad, but I didn't stop. I started again the next day because I remembered my promise. I was not perfect. I still made many mistakes. But something was different. I didn't feel afraid of mistakes anymore. I saw mistakes as teachers. Every mistake showed me how to get better. After a few weeks, I started to enjoy the process. Learning English was not a hard job anymore. It became fun. I liked listening to new voices. I liked speaking simple sentences. I liked seeing my progress. Slowly, I changed my thinking. I didn't say, "I am bad at English" anymore. I started to say, "I am learning. I am improving. I am growing." I began to trust myself. I believed I could learn English. I believed I could speak well. That belief changed everything. So if you are reading this, maybe you want to do the same. Maybe you also made promises before and broke them. That's okay. Today is a new day. You can make a new promise, a new plan. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a simple one. Use English every day. Listen, speak, repeat, describe. Make it part of your life. Write your goals. Put them on your wall. Look at them every day. Say them out loud. Believe in them. And if you feel tired, that's okay. Rest. Then start again. If you feel scared, that's normal. Speak anyway. If you feel slow, that's okay. Keep going, because every small step makes a big change. Every day you use English, you become better, stronger, braver. This plan worked for me. It can work for you too. Just start, keep going, and never stop. The first 15 days were very important for me. These days were not easy, but they helped me start a strong habit. Every day, I practiced English, even if I was tired or busy. I knew I needed to be consistent. I needed to show up every day. I used a simple trick to stay motivated. I took a big paper calendar and put it on my wall. Every day I practiced, I made a big red X on that day. The red marks showed my hard work. I didn't want to break the chain. This small method helped me keep going. On the first day, I listened to English videos with subtitles. I watched short clips on YouTube. I listened carefully. I read the subtitles. I paused and repeated the words. My brain was slow. My tongue felt heavy. But I did not stop. On the second day, I did the same. I listened, paused, and repeated. I tried to copy the voice. This method is called shadowing. I listened to one sentence, then said it out loud. I tried to sound like the speaker. At first, it was very hard. I made many mistakes, but I smiled and kept going. On day 3, I started talking to myself in English. I said things like, I am brushing my teeth. I am drinking water. I am walking to the store. Simple sentences, but they helped a lot. I was using English in my daily life. On day 4, I added something new. I started to describe what I saw. If I saw a tree, I said, that is a tall tree. If I saw the sun, I said, the sun is bright. I described the weather. It is sunny. It is cloudy. It is raining. On day 5, I did something very brave. I recorded my voice. I opened my phone, used the recorder app, and spoke for 1 minute. I said my name. I talked about my day. I was nervous. My voice sounded strange, but I was proud. It was my English. On day 6, I listened to English music. I picked a slow song. I listened to the words. I wrote them down. I tried to sing along. It was fun and new. On day 7, I watched an English cartoon without subtitles. I wanted to train my ears. I did not understand everything, but I understood more than before. Every day, I added something small. Some days I watched videos. Some days I listened to music. Some days I spoke out loud. But I always did something. Even on busy days, I practiced for at least 10 minutes. By day 10, something amazing happened. I had my first dream in English. It was short and I don't remember everything, but I spoke English in my dream. That was a big moment for me. It showed me that my brain was changing. By day 11, I felt more comfortable. I started reading short English stories. Just 5 to 10 lines a day. I read them aloud. I looked up new words. I used them in my sentences. On day 12, I started to think in English. I did not translate every word. I just let my thoughts be in English. When I saw a chair, I thought, chair, not the word in my own language. When I felt happy, I said, I feel happy. Thinking in English helped me stop translating. That made my speech faster and more natural. By day 13, I noticed my pronunciation was better. Shadowing helped a lot. My tongue moved more smoothly. My voice became clearer. On day 14, I wrote a short diary in English. Just 2 or 3 sentences. I wrote about my day. Today, I went to the park. I saw children playing. The weather was nice. It felt so good to write in English. And on day 15, I looked back at my red X's on the calendar. I had not missed one day. I was proud of myself. English was not something outside of me. It was now part of my life. It was a habit. I didn't speak perfectly. I still made many mistakes. But I had started a new life, a new habit, a new way of learning. I also learned something important. You don't need to study for hours every day. Just do a little every day. Be consistent. Practice even when you are tired. Even 10 minutes can help. Remember, my friend, It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up every day and trying. Now, when I see that big calendar full of red X's, I feel strong. I feel proud. I know that I am building my future one day at a time. The first 15 days were the foundation, like the base of a house. Without a strong base, the house falls. But with a strong base, you can build high. My base was strong now. I was ready for more. If you are starting your English journey, try the same. Make a calendar, mark each day. Listen, speak, read, and write. Describe your world, talk to yourself, record your voice, and most of all, don't stop. Small steps every day will take you far. Fluency does not come in one day, but if you walk every day, you will arrive, just like I did. After 2 weeks, something started to change. I could feel it in my heart. I was not as scared anymore. I was still nervous, yes, but the big fear was smaller now. My fear was shrinking. I was learning how to speak without fear. Before, every time I wanted to speak English, I felt afraid. I worried about mistakes. I worried about people laughing. I worried I would forget the words. But now, I was feeling more brave. I told myself, it's okay, I will try. One day, I was walking in the park. I saw a tourist sitting alone on a bench. He looked kind. My heart started to beat very fast. I felt nervous. But I remembered my promise. I told myself, this is your chance. Just say hello. So I walked over and said, hello, are you visiting here? The man smiled and said, yes, I'm from Canada. We talked for just 3 minutes. I asked him simple questions like, do you like this city? And how long will you stay? He answered kindly. I understood most of his words. I also made some mistakes, but he didn't mind. When I walked away, I felt proud. I smiled to myself. That short conversation gave me courage. I felt strong. I felt like I could do it. After that day, I wanted more chances to speak. I searched online and found an English-speaking group. It was a video call group for learners like me. I joined. At first, I was very quiet. I just listened. My heart was beating fast. But after some minutes, I typed in the chat, hi, I'm Ang, I'm learning English. People smiled. They said, welcome, Ang. Some of them were also beginners. Some spoke better than me. But everyone was kind. On the next meeting, I turned on my microphone. I said, hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here. That was a big step for me. My voice was shaking, but people clapped. They said, good job, Ang. From that day, I never stopped speaking. I joined the group every week. I spoke more and more. I asked questions. I answered simple questions. I told them about my country, my favorite food, and my daily life. At first, I made many mistakes. Sometimes I used the wrong word. Sometimes I forgot how to say something. Sometimes I said nothing and just laughed. But the group never laughed at me. They helped me. They supported me. I learned something very important. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are not scary. Mistakes are part of learning. They are signs that you are trying. Every time I made a mistake, I learned something new. Let me help you now. You are learning English. You want to speak better. You want to feel more confident. But maybe you don't know where to start. Maybe you feel nervous. That's okay. I felt the same way. Now, I will give you real tips. These are simple. These are powerful. You can start today. Yes, today. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a classroom. You just need a little time and a strong heart. Let's begin. Listening is very important. It helps your ears understand real English. It teaches you how people really speak. When you listen a lot, your brain starts to learn the sounds, the words, and the rhythm. Don't worry about understanding every word. Just enjoy the sound. Start with easy videos or podcasts. Watch English YouTube channels you like. Listen to songs in English. Choose topics you love: food, travel, games, or daily life. For example, in the morning, listen to an English podcast while you brush your teeth. At night, play a simple English story before you sleep. Do this every day. Soon, your brain will remember words without effort. Another good method is shadowing. This is fun and useful. It helps your pronunciation and fluency. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it. You follow the speaker like a shadow. You try to copy their voice, rhythm, and feeling. It's okay if you cannot do it perfectly. Just try. It helps your mouth and tongue learn how to speak naturally. For example, listen to "I'm going to the store." Pause and say, "I'm going to the store." Repeat this 3 times. Try to sound like the speaker. Start with slow videos. Use subtitles at first. Later, try without them. Talking to yourself is one of the best ways to practice. You don't need a partner. You can be your own speaking partner. Just talk to yourself in English. Describe your day, your actions, and your feelings. You can do it in your room. You can do it while walking. You can do it while cooking. Just speak. For example, say, "I am walking to the kitchen," or "I feel happy today," or "I see a big red car on the street." Use simple sentences, no stress, just talk. The more you speak, the more natural it feels. Don't try to do too much. Start small. Start easy. A small goal is better than a big one that you cannot finish. Even 15 minutes a day is powerful. You can choose one small action every day. For example, on Monday, listen to a podcast. On Tuesday, shadow one video. On Wednesday, write 3 sentences in English. On Thursday, talk to yourself for 5 minutes. On Friday, watch a cartoon in English. If you do something every day, you will grow. Recording your voice is a tip that changed my life. At first, I was shy. I didn't like my voice. I made many mistakes. But I recorded anyway. When you record your voice, you can listen later. You can hear your mistakes and fix them. You can also hear your progress. After 1 month, you will be surprised. For example, use your phone to record yourself. Say, "Hello, my name is Gary, and today I ate breakfast. I had eggs and tea. Then I went to work." Do this once a week. You will see your English become stronger and smoother. Learning English is not easy. It takes time. You will feel tired. You will want to stop. But remember, your effort is important. Every small step is success. Celebrate it. Mark your calendar. Give yourself a star. Buy a small treat. Tell yourself, "I did it today. I am strong." You are not just learning words. You are building your future. English can help you get a better job. English can help you make new friends. English can help you travel and grow. Never say, "I am bad at English." Say, "I am learning English." Every day you practice, you become better. So remember these tips. Listen more than you read. Shadow native speakers. Talk to yourself daily. Set a small daily goal. Record your voice. And celebrate your effort. Start today. Just choose one. Try it. Smile. You are moving forward. It's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are your teachers. You learn from them. You grow from them. The most important thing is this: don't stop. Every day is a new chance. Every word you learn is a small victory. Keep going, my friend. English is not far. It is already inside you. My friends, when I started learning English, I was just like you. I was afraid to speak. I was quiet. I was not sure if I could do it. But now I speak English freely. It is not because I am perfect. It is because I practiced every day without stopping. Now, I want to ask you a very important question. What promise will you make today? How will you begin your journey to speak English well? You can start right now. You do not need a partner to practice with. You do not need perfect grammar. What you need is to keep trying, believe in yourself, and take action every day. This is Mr. Joseph from English Enhance. If you like this video, please subscribe, like it, and press the bell so you will get new lessons easily. Always remember, you can do this. Believe in yourself. Practice every day. Soon, English will be part of your life. I will see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep shining bright.